You gonna look at the camera or
I'm
my
saying,
notes?
do you want me to look at you or do you want me to look at the camera? Which one do you want me to look at?
We're gonna do a little bit of both.
Okay.
All right. Hey there, my name's Erica Torres-Duziak, and if you've been following my journey, then this month makes 2 months since I've taken out my breast implants. And then about 4 months after that, I had a fat transfer to the breast. So today, I promised I was gonna have someone special in the video who I think could share some light from a different perspective. So this is my husband, without further ado.
Hi, everybody.
Name's Michael, and I thought we would ask him some questions. So the fun part is he has no idea what I'm going to ask him. I jotted down some notes on paper, and I just wanted to I kind of have an idea of how he feels about things, but I just thought we'd get some further clarification on what a man thinks about all this boob stuff. You ready?
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be fun. It might be a little scary, so let's go.
This will be fun. Okay, so first question is, 19 years ago when I got breast implants, how did you feel about that? And we're going to keep this short, by the way. It's like 6 minutes.
Really, at the time, I mean, when you decided you were getting them, we actually weren't together, if you remember. We were kind of dating on and off, and you just kind of told me you were getting them, and you told me you needed somebody to take you and take care of you. So I kind of got pushed into it. To me, it was no big deal. I knew you for years, who you were before them, so it was like, hey, she's doing this. I'm here to support you. But either way, it didn't really matter to me at the time.
Okay, so you heard what he said. Didn't matter if I had breast implants, big boobs or not. Now this was during a time where breast implants weren't super popularized. There wasn't tons of women with big boobs, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, so when I got them, I stood out just a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you stood out, but I mean, are you going to ask me why I didn't care or like the background of my thoughts?
No, we only have like 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right, second question. What were your thoughts when I wanted to take them out? Because I thought that they were making me sick. So he's definitely been here with me throughout my entire health journey. I'll stop talking.
It was another surgery that I got to deal with and take care of you. A risk, of your health just going under again. The cost, obviously, because
Operation at that point.
yeah, but your health has been issues on and on and on and on and on. So I've been through so many different health things. It was really, to me, like, oh my God, here's another thing that I have to deal with. But I was all for, like, if it was going to make you healthy, like, let's go ahead and do it and let's try. We didn't know either way, so I was for it, I guess, in the end.
I would say he was pretty supportive of taking them out because I think we both felt like this could be the thing that could help me to get better. I think we both felt that.
Yeah, and again, going back to the first question that you didn't ask, like, how do I feel about breast in general? I was a butt man, like, I grew up with lots of females in my family, and, just the whole sagging boobs thoughts. So I'm kind of like, when I was early on, like, I just thought of, like, who I'm going to be with. And 20 years from now, they're going to be down to their belly button. So the smaller, the better. That's kind of my thoughts. And so actually, when you were thinking about taking it out, I didn't say you gained weight, but you gained weight in your boobs, and they were really big at the time. So I was kind of like, actually too big.
Okay, so ladies, what are we hearing? That men are superficial to an extent.
I mean,
okay. They're gonna love this.
That's
You're gonna love all of this
I'm sorry,
candid.
I want to be honest. I mean, it is like, it's not super. I mean,
It is superficial.
yes, we
but
want our wives to look good, and yes, that's
okay. All right. So basically, you weren't really big into boobs, so it wasn't that big of a deal if I got boobs. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take them out. You felt at that time they were super big anyway. But focusing on health is what the conversation was about.
Correct.
You were supportive when I took them out.
yes, correct.
Okay. So next question is, how did you feel when after 1 year after I took them out, I didn't really feel much better.
Um,
Be honest.
a little bit cheated because I thought, okay, I'm gonna have my wife back who's healthy, and we're gonna be able to do things, and she's not gonna be tired. And then just I felt like again the overall look, you look different. At first, I liked them when they first came out. I thought you looked younger. And just I felt you looked thinner, and then afterward, maybe it was just I just wasn't used to it, so it took me a long time to get used to it. I'm still kind of not used to it after like
Do
you
you,
know
do you hear that?
19 years of them being in there.
No, they were only in their 17.
Well,
And I've
give
had
or
them.
take a couple of years, still a long time.
I've had the fat transfer now for 1.5 years. And so I just want you to hear from a man's perspective, not that it should matter, ladies, because really ultimately it matters how we feel
Correct.
health-wise, that's number one. And then it matters how we feel about ourselves way more than what they think about us. But of course, we want our guy to think we're attractive, right? I mean, that's just normal.
I think the main thing is like I felt cheated somewhat. Like you didn't get extremely healthy, or at this point, hopefully you will. And I just felt like getting so many surgeries, and here we're doing this again. And if you guys don't know my wife, she likes to do a lot of health things. So it was just another health thing that was on top of a health thing to figure out kind of what's going on with her. So, and when that thing didn't work, it was just kind of well, I'm not saying it didn't work, but just it was here's another one that we crossed off. Where's the next one coming? So that's where I'm at.
All right, so these days I'm actually feeling better, but I'm gonna save that for another video. What I really wanted was for you to hear how, I think that a lot of times as we're looking at things for our own body and we're trying to make decisions, we don't want to care what our significant other thinks, but at the end of the day, his issues when I took them out and after I had the fat transfer and he really didn't feel like it was a big enough difference, it did weigh on me. So it did bother me. And I feel like I accepted it much quicker than he did. And I feel like I learned to love my body more quicker than he did. And that's just the reality of it, not trying to put him under the bus. But
I'm gonna disagree because, and you stated you got your boobs taken out. I said wait, don't do anything, heal, get used to them, take some time, and immediately you were like, nope, I'm gonna get this fat transfer.
So I did. I waited 4 months. And I am happier after the transfer in the boob area, just not so much with the other areas that the lipo was taken from that didn't go so hot. So I don't feel bad that I did the fat transfer. I don't think that was an issue.
But the timing on it, I wanted you to wait to heal, to see, what your life would be 6 months or a year later, and you were just like, nope, I'm doing this. So that's where we're at in that situation.
All right, well, last question, since we are double the time over what I thought, and I appreciate you.
I'm kind of talkative sometimes.
Appreciate you sharing with everyone here. If you could do it over, if you could do it differently, if there's anything you could change, would there be, or what would you do different?
Me or you?
You. So knowing what you know now about how it all kind of unfolded, I'm talking about taking responsibility for you, your thoughts, your behavior, all of that, your support or unsupport, or however that sounds.
I think I was pretty supportive through a lot of things in your life. I think sometimes I didn't understand them, so maybe the only thing I would say with what I would probably do is just cautiously speak and try to understand before I stated my opinion. But overall, I think I've supported you. Hopefully you feel like you've been supported. I mean, there are times, again, that I felt some pressure or like, oh man, I'm going to have to take care of you. And like, those things and financial stuff. But overall, I wouldn't change much other than, I guess, just being a little bit more sensitive at times and it's kind of watching feedback. I wouldn't change the path that you've been on. You know, I think you trying to get healthier, and you trying to figure out what are some of the issues with you and also feel good about yourself. I wouldn't change that at all. I think that's important for me that you feel good about yourself. So yeah, I think we're at today, and we'll be somewhere else
In
pretty
another
soon.
6 months.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's it for now. I will share more on, I do want to talk about liposuction in my next video. So for those of you that are looking to get a fat transfer, it is super, super important that you pick the right doctor and you pick the right lipo technique to get that done so that you're not left with lumps, bumps, and deformities, right? All right, see you next time.